So now I'm going to tell you, you know what I've been doing for like 35 years plus. So I'm the founder of Actumus. I founded Actumus like maybe 20 years ago. Like I said, everything is organically grown, wild crafted, and I'm always taking the herb as nature is giving it to me or providing it to me, because I know that it's the highest technology. Okay? So first one is Bioflow One. So Bioflow One is a herbal mixture. It's in powder form. It's all well crafted and organic. What it does is that it contains like psyllium. What you need to know is that psyllium is what we call a mucilaginous fiber. It's kind of a unique fiber that we don't find in fruits and vegetables. And what you also need to understand is that when you're eating fruits and vegetables like raw, you get that fiber that is crispy and crunchy that acts like a broom and helps keep your bowels clean. But it's been so many years that we haven't been eating like enough raw food that our bowels are extremely congested, so we need to clean everything out. So when you eat fruits and vegetables cooked, I just want you to understand that there is still the fiber. It doesn't evaporate. Fiber is a physical thing. But when the fiber becomes soft, like in jam, like fruit jams or like vegetable soup, well, that fiber is no longer effective. So you just need to understand that, yes, fiber is still there. It's a high fiber food, but the fiber is not functional anymore. It is functional when it's raw, to act like a broom and to be able to clean everything out. Okay? So the Bioflow One contains the psyllium. The psyllium is a mucilaginous fiber. And on the market, we sometimes, not sometimes, oftentimes, we refine and we kind of manipulate the fiber content. So we have psyllium, 20% fiber, 40% fiber, 70% fiber. The one that I'm using, because I want to get good results. I've been like a clinician for so many years, and I know that it's when people get better that they get hooked to a good way of eating and a good way of like living, because people love feeling good. So we need to be quick with the results. So the one that I'm using is 99.9%. It's like basically the herb like nature intended human beings to use it. So what it does is that you mix 1 teaspoon in 8 to 10 ounces of water. Okay, so remember that. Tell people that they need to drink lots of like juices, freshly squeezed like vegetable juices, of like fruit sometimes, or like lots of water, tisanes or whatever, because this fiber works with water. Okay? And don't forget that the best water to hydrate your body, to hydrate your bowels so that you're eliminating well, is the water in the fruits and vegetables that you're eating raw. Because that water is energized by all the natural factors, and it's like energized by the sun. It's living water. It's the best water to go into your body and to hydrate all of your cells, in the cells, outside the cells, and to hydrate your bowels well. Because when people are constipated, they have a hard time eliminating. Their stools are like pebbles sometimes. They're not eliminating 2-3 times a day. So you need to understand that their inside is very dry. Why? Because it's fermenting. Because it ferments in the gut, it produces heat, and the heat is dehydrating the stools, making them hard. That's why when we look at nature, we see that animals have a very easy way to eliminate, because they're eating the food that fits their species. Okay? So this Bioflow One, when you mix it in the water, it absorbs the water and it becomes like a sponge. Okay? So you need to drink it fast. Otherwise, it becomes a sponge that you need to take like with a spoon. But it takes like time to become like that. So you have plenty of time to drink it, but you need to drink it fast. So what it does is that the sponge absorbs the water, and when the sponge goes into your intestines and your colon, it will exchange the water with the mucoid plaque, and then the mucoid plaque will become more hydrated, and then it will detach from the intestinal wall and the colon. And then as this sponge is moved like throughout your digestive system, when you're eliminating it, this is called detox. It's a gentle detox, but it's a very highly effective detox because it traps the toxins. So instead of the toxins backing up into the body, it just traps them like a sponge. So it absorbs the acids, the toxins, whatever the body doesn't need is trapped. So instead of backing up, now it's trapped inside of the bowel. So it helps you keeping everything inside. And then slowly, you're just detoxifying. Okay? And don't forget that all of those products have their NPN. They've been recognized by Health Canada. And Bioflow One is good for like improving your transit time, elimination, bowel cleaning, and everything because you're eliminating better. Then you have Aloe Max. Okay? So Aloe Max is a very, very pure product. Very high quality. Okay? Aloe. It's organically grown. It's coming like from a very nice place and good soil because good soils make good plants. And what it does is that aloe is good for reducing irritation, neutralizing acid that causes irritation. So what you need to understand is that when your bowels are like very congested because of the way you've been eating for a long time and everything, think of a bottle of champagne, you know, like when you shake a bottle of champagne, you see all that gas. So that's the reason why people feel bloated, congested. Sometimes they can have lower back pain because the bowel gets bigger inside of them. They have this big belly. Sometimes it backs up, giving them like acid reflux. It's because it's fermenting so much that everything is backing up. So this acid that comes from the fermentation and the putrefaction is irritating the bowel wall. So it's causing inflammation and irritation. So inflammation is the body responding to an inner environment that is becoming too acidic. It doesn't come only from the food you eat. It comes mostly from the food that you cannot digest. And when the food is not well digested, it ends up going into your gut, fermenting and rotting, producing powerful poisons and acids, which makes your body responding with inflammation and irritation. So when you remove that plaque, underneath it's very irritated, because it's been fermenting for years sometimes. So aloe is going to soothe this fire. So you have fire in the belly, the Bioflow One will remove the plaque, so that's the cause, like that is making everything fermenting and retaining the food inside because it's gluey and sticky. And the aloe is going to soothe the membrane, the wall, okay? You always put 4 tablespoons in the Bioflow One. So you have your 8-10 ounces of water, you have 1 teaspoon of Bioflow One, and you have 4 tablespoons of aloe. Some people will say it's not a good thing because aloe will get kind of like stuck in the sponge and the body will not absorb the aloe. If you want to absorb the aloe, amazing. Aloe is an amazing herb. Herbs are like vegetables. They're living food. They've been growing on this planet for like millions of years, but you need to use them whole. That's what Actumus is doing. So what I want is the aloe to go into that sponge, the Bioflow One, because as the sponge is going to go through your small intestines and your colon, it will soothe, it will reduce the irritation everywhere. So I want the aloe to stay in the bowel. So that's the reason why I've been doing this for more than 35 years, because once digestion is much better and elimination is better, the whole body feels much better. So it's 4 tablespoons with the Bioflow One. Then you have the Chlorophorus. Okay, the Chlorophorus is, again, very high quality chlorophyll coming from alfalfa. It's loaded with antioxidants, very alkalizing. So my teacher, Dr. Jensen, used to say when you're clean inside, when you're green inside, you're clean inside. So this is green. This is going to make your drink very, very green, okay? So again, you put 2 teaspoons of the Chlorophorus. Again, with the whole thing. So each products are extremely good if you take them separately, but when you combine them together, it becomes like a cleansing drink. You know, I've been calling cleansing drink like for more than 30 years. And this is what is going to help the body eliminate better, clean the bowels, reduce the acidity, digest better, because your elimination is better, so you're digesting a lot better and you're absorbing better. So your cells are like happier because they're living in a fluid that is becoming cleaner, and the fluid is becoming like more nutritious because the blood absorbs better. So you see, you need to always start with like from digestion. Digestion is the first pillar of human health and animal health and everything. You know, like you need to have good digestion. So because of the food we eat, too much protein and too much complex sugars, that's the reason why we're not feeling good, and that's the reason why we are not digesting well. So people are always complaining of like some, you know, like discomfort when they eat something. It's because their digestion is not good. So you combine everything together, still in that sponge, like the aloe. So the Chlorophorus is going to go through the small intestine, and it's going to start soothing it, giving it antioxidants, because don't forget that all of the intestinal walls and the colon walls are made up of cells, guys. Don't forget that. You need always to understand, like starting from, you know, like the cellular health. You feel good when your cells are feeling good. Your cells are feeling good when they're bathing in clean and oxygenated and alkaline fluids. And your fluids are clean, alkaline, and oxygenated when your elimination is good and when your digestion is good. So everything starts with digestion and elimination. Okay? So 2 teaspoons altogether, cleansing drink. You take it morning and night. Twice a day. When you wake up in the morning and before dinner, or before like going to bed, or right in the middle of the afternoon. Doesn't need to be before a meal, but twice a day. And this is fiber. This is coming from herbs. They haven't been like manipulated or extracted or whatever. It's the herbs, has like nature has been growing it like for millions of years. So it's a food. Everything that grows is a food. So this is just part of your diet. It's the diet, it's the fiber that you're not getting enough from because you're not eating food raw enough. And even the food that you eat raw today, they don't have the quality of herbs, because fruits and vegetables have been, you know, like they've been hybridized, they've been genetically modified. So it's not the same food as like a long time ago. Herbs have never been touched. They've been growing and evolving and getting better and better all the time. So when you take herbs, you take this original intelligence, you know, like that is coming from nature, without being completely, you know, like being changed by human beings or whatever. So then you have the Bioflow 2. The Bioflow 2 is a very special like herbal combination. It's in capsule form. It's against synergy. So herbs are like kind of like collaborating together and like they're doing a good job. They have like all of them like have their unique like qualities, and when you combine them together, they become better and stronger. What it does is that it accelerates and it helps like your elimination, what we call the transit time. So you have the cleansing, and then you have this like herbal combination that is going to start like making the bowel like able to eliminate on a daily basis, once a day, twice a day. It will kind of like rehabilitate your ability to eliminate well. It will tone. It will make your bowels like more toned so that they're eliminating better. Because as we eat like more and more like complex sugars like bread, pasta, bagels, muffins, all that stuff is gluey and sticky. So it's making your bowels becoming extremely lazy. So you eat more fruits and vegetables, you take your cleansing drink twice a day, and when you take the Bioflow 2, it's 2 capsules in the morning and 2 capsules at night. So when you make your drink, you just take 2 capsules with the drink in the morning and at night all together, and it will do a nice, like, it will help the bowels eliminating well, digesting better, and it will make also your bowels like more toned, working a lot better. So I'm wishing you guys like amazing vitality. Don't forget to cut down on the animal protein. Don't forget to cut down on complex sugars. These herbs are going to work amazingly even if people are not changing their diet, but they're going to work a lot better when you start combining them with the food that fits human species. So more fruits, more vegetables, more raw food, less of the animal protein and less of the complex sugars. Always a big salad, 80% salad, 20% something else like lunch and supper. Fruits in the morning, exercise, going outside, breathing fresh air. And as you're going to do this, with the Actumus products, you're just going to start feeling better and better and better. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Bye.